I run an audit firm, which means I'm about to tell you all things my competitors don't want you to know. Every week, I see founders get burned by audit firms that look legit on the surface, clean website, big promises, fast turnaround, and then 3 months later, their protocol gets exploited for $500,000. My name is Carlos. I'm the founder of Zealynx Security. I've audited over 41 protocols, and yes, I'm about to expose how this industry actually works. Here are 6 red flags that should make you walk away. First red flag, no named auditors. When you get a proposal from an audit firm, look for one thing first. Names. Who specifically is going to read your code? If the answer is just a company logo and a price, that's a red flag, because here's what that usually means. They're going to assign whoever is available. Maybe it's a senior researcher with 5 years of experience. Maybe it's an intern running Slither on a Monday morning. You wouldn't hire a law firm without knowing which lawyer takes your case, right? You wouldn't book surgery without knowing the surgeon's name. Your smart contract holds people's money. You deserve to know who's reviewing it. At Zealynx, every proposal includes the name, background, and relevant experience of every auditor assigned to your project. That should be standard, but it's not. Red flag number 2. 3 days, no problem. Unrealistic timelines. If someone tells you they can audit your protocol in 3 days, run. I don't care how small your code base is. A proper audit takes time. Reading code, understanding the architecture, thinking about edge cases that the developer didn't think about, writing findings that actually make sense. That doesn't happen in 3 days. What happens in 3 days is someone runs 2 or 3 automated tools, copy pastes the output into a PDF, puts their logo on it, and calls it an audit report. That's not an audit, that's a receipt. A real audit for even a small protocol, 1 to 2,000 lines, takes at minimum 1 to 2 weeks of focused manual review. Anyone telling you otherwise is cutting corners you can't afford. Red flag number 3, no sample reports. Ask any audit firm you're evaluating one simple question. Can I see an example of a previous audit report? If the answer is no, or we can't share that for confidentiality reasons, that's a red flag. Look, every serious audit firm can produce redacted samples. You don't need client names. You don't need the actual code. What you need to see is how do they document findings? Is the report clear enough for a non-technical founder to understand? Do they explain the business impact or just the technical bug? Is there a severity rating? Are there remediation steps or just a list of problems? A firm that won't show you their work is a firm that's not confident in their work. At Zealynx, our reports are public. You can read them right on our website before you ever talk to us. That's how it should be. Red flag number 4, no fix verification. This one shocks me every time. Some firms deliver the audit report. Here are your vulnerabilities. Here's what's broken. Good luck. And that's it. They're done. No follow-up, no verification that you actually fixed the issues, no second review of the patch code. Think about that. They found a critical vulnerability in your contract. You fix it, but nobody checks whether your fix actually works or whether it introduces a new vulnerability. That's like a doctor diagnosing a broken leg and then leaving before the cast is on. At Zealynx, every audit includes a fix verification round. We review your patches, confirm the issues are resolved, and update the report. That's the bare minimum. If your auditor doesn't offer this, ask why. Red flag number 5. Our AI agents audits your code. This is the new one, and it's everywhere right now. Our AI agents audits your smart contracts in minutes, faster, cheaper, and just as good as human audit. No, it's not. Look, AI is a useful tool. We use it at Zealynx. Every serious firm is integrating AI into their workflow. It's great for catching known patterns, speeding up initial review, and flagging common vulnerability classes. But here's what AI cannot do. Understand your business logic, know that your protocol is supposed to behave differently from every other protocol it was trained on. Reason about economic attacks that chain 5 transactions together in a sequence that has never existed before. Understand context, understand intent. The vulnerabilities that actually drain protocol are not the one AI catches. They're the ones that require a human who understands your specific system, your specific design choices, and can think like an attacker, not a pattern matcher. AI-assisted auditing, great. AI-only auditing, that's not an audit. That's a false sense of security with a nice PDF attached. Red flag number 6. That's the bonus. The black box. That's no communication during the audit. This one comes up constantly. You sign the contract, you hand over the code, and then silence. 3 weeks, no updates, no questions, nothing. The one day a PDF shows up in your inbox. Here's your report. That should terrify you. Because if the auditors didn't ask you a single question during 3 weeks of reviewing your code, they didn't understand your system. Every protocol has design decisions that aren't obvious from the code. Why this function has a specific threshold, why that access control is structured the way it is, what the expected user flow actually looks like. A good auditor needs to ask questions. If they don't, they're either guessing or they're not looking deep enough to reach the parts where questions become necessary. At Zealynx, we do weekly check-ins, even every couple of days with every client. We ask questions, we share preliminary findings early. We want you involved because your context makes the audit better. If your auditor disappears after the kickoff call, if there's any, that's not thoroughness, that's a black box. And you have no idea what's happening inside it. Now let me tell you what good looks like. Here's the short version. Named auditors with verifiable experience. A realistic timeline based on your codebase size. Proven work in your specific language and chain. A fixed verification round included by default. Manual review as the foundation. Tools as support. And a report that's honest even about the small stuff. If your auditor checks all those boxes, you're probably in good hands. If you're evaluating auditors right now, go to Zealynx.io. Hit Request Audit in the top right. Tell us about your project. You'll get a proposal with named auditors, a realistic timeline, and a clear scope within 4 to 8 hours. Next video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what happens during an audit, week by week, so you know what you're paying for before you sign anything. Subscribe so you don't miss it.